What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today is going to be epic. Dom's car is officially being transformed into a full race car setup. And what does that mean? I'll tell you right here, so stay tuned. I'm actually at my work in our shop, and basically what's going down is Dom is no longer going to be driving this thing on a daily basis. It's more going to be transformed back into track mode, and what that means is the full exhaust underneath the car is going to be taken off. We are keeping it just in case we want to drive it on the street and have a full exhaust setup for a little bit, but we are going to be changing the hood out to the hood exit hood, and we have the hood exit going back on off the turbo. That is one thing we got to do. Just to give you guys an update, the last video you guys seen, we were at the 8th mile track. Obviously Dom wasn't there, but we are going to be going to the track tomorrow, which is Friday, and Dom's going to be getting this thing ready to go. Last time we were at the track, you guys seen the last video, we had the Speed 6 out. That was just kind of a feeler to just kind of feel out the car. We are bringing it to the track as well with Dom and Corey in the vet. For the Speed 3 tonight, what we're doing is, like I said, the hood exit set up, exhaust coming out the bottom. We had a coolant pipe, the hard pipe that goes up. It has some, you know, capped ends on some things that are just not holding up, so we're going to fix those up just so we don't have any more coolant issues coming out of the little caps that we have. And then we're going to swap out some trans fluid, get that switched out, and then tie up a few other things, as well as gutting the interior down a little bit more, taking out all the seats but the driver's seat, and just trying to get it as stripped down, bare bones as we can. We're going to put the street tires and wheels back on and take the radios off because we are driving to the track. So enough talking, we're gonna get to work. Let's get this thing in the air, get this exhaust off, and get to work. All right, so car's up in the air, got everything good to go, and we're gonna start with the exhaust. This exhaust is actually custom fabricated from downpipe all the way back in one day by my buddy when we bought it in Tennessee. It's not perfect, but for, you know, 24 hours notice, he made the whole thing and he made it work. So we're gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff off, and I'll update you guys in a few. All right, guys, so the entire exhaust system is off. This is what it looks like, and downpipe right there. So we are getting ready to put the hood exit on. I just got to take the old dump tube off and start getting the hood exit set up on and get ready to change out the hood and finish up the exhaust side of things. So I might do a little time lapse and show us working on it, but we're gonna keep cracking. So let's get it. Hood is off, car's in the air, but you can see no hood. So we're gonna get on to putting the up pipe waste, or the up wastegate, and be ready to go to put the hood dump on. All right, so after a lot of fighting, I'll show you what we did for the coolant line. We ended up just bypassing the whole hard pipe that has all the nipples off it for like the factory coolant to the turbo and stuff. And I actually just ran a hose straight from the hose that comes from the engine to the heater hose in the back. So I'm gonna lower it down here and show you what we did. All right, so we got the gangster hood prop up here. All right, so what we did is, so this hard coolant line that goes through to for the front of the motor to the back of the firewall, we had to cap these off. The old caps actually ended up leaking and was pissing coolant everywhere. And I was just gonna weld them shut, and I actually just bypassed that hard line and just ran a straight hose down to that. We're eventually going to get rid of the heater core and all that stuff anyway, so it's kind of just like for now so that it doesn't leak anywhere. Eventually all that stuff will come out and we won't have any of that mess anyway. So it's a fix for now that'll actually work and hold. So the coolant issue is good. We won't have any, you know, nipples on here busting open and, you know, leaking coolant everywhere. So that's good. The only thing I got to do is tighten down the wastegate pipe, the screamer pipe, put the intake back on, and be good to go. The Speed 6, since we're here, the Speed 6 had an issue where the forward and backward shifter cable is popping off under like a hard shift, like a no lift shift, or not a no lift shift, but like just a hard gear shift. It would pop off. And there's people that make plates and stuff, so I just gave mine a try. But so I just made like a little plate here, and like I wouldn't recommend doing this. Michael Ray, he's a good supporter of the Speed platform. He actually makes keepers. You can actually buy his professional ones that he's actually like machined and all that stuff. They're like 50 bucks for the forward and backward one and the up and down one that's over there. He also sells complete replacement shifter cables that get rid of pretty much all slop that you would ever feel. They're badass, and I think they're like $4.50. I'll link everything below for him and you can check them out. But basically what I'm going to do is bolt down, drill a hole, bolt those down, and then this is just going to go over the top of like that. So anytime I shift, this plate basically blocks this shifter cable from coming up. So I'll bolt it down, add some washers, and it's just going to basically prevent that shifter cable from popping up. Pretty simple. Just got to mark my holes and then run longer bolts with some washers, and we'll be good to go. But so I'm going to probably do that on this today, and because the 6 and the 3 are pretty much identical as far as the assembly. So mock that up, and then yeah, we'll get this thing up and going, and we'll get you guys a final view of everything, put that together, and we'll get you a gnarly cold start with the hood exit, because I know that's what everybody's waiting for. So I'm gonna get back to work, and I'll catch you guys back in a minute. Okay, so I am wiped. Been getting everything ready for the car. I ended up making my shifter cable keeper for the 6. Got some washers and the bolts. Everything's buttoned back up, hood exit's on there. And we're getting ready to fire it up for first cold start in a long time with the hood exit. And stock wheels are back on, radio's off, and we just got to yeah, get a cold start, check everything over, and then once everything's good, load everything up, put the bumper back on, and then clean up our mess and get out of here. Fuels are tight, so we're good. All right, we're gonna let her warm up and get the temp, and we'll get back with you guys. We are rolling with the hood exit. Super awesome. Oh my God. Dom is gonna love it. car's all wrapped up. It's back at the house. And the only thing we have left to do tomorrow before we go to the track is get rid of the rear seat, the spare tire, the passenger seat, all that stuff, to just basically get it down to what we can. And we're gonna be rolling out. So definitely stay tuned for the track video. It's gonna be pretty awesome. It's myself going, Dom in the Speed 3, and Corey in the Vet. And we're all going there with full intentions of sending it. So definitely stay tuned for that video. It's gonna be awesome. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Thanks for all the love on the Speed 6. I appreciate it. That video is doing awesome. We hit 5,000 subscribers, which is badass, and it's growing. I think currently right now we're like over 4,200 or 5,200, and that's awesome. Giveaway coming soon. I'm just working out the final details with some people, and we'll get that on the way. So definitely stay tuned. I appreciate all of your support. We're going to continue to grow and get this channel to take off. I appreciate you guys stopping in. We will see you later.